Before we start today's video, I first want to say thank you guys all so much for 100,000 subscribers. Taco is very thankful for you guys all supporting his roommate's silly little YouTube channel.
Let go of me, post haste.
Anyways, back to the video.
I crave violence.
Welcome back to the light side of the internet. Do you know what's super cool? History. Specifically, Chinese history. Being Chinese is something that I'm very proud of, and I've always thought that there is so much wisdom to draw from the rich history of ancient China. In fact, the history of ancient China lasted over 1800 years, which is 3 times longer than the Roman Empire. And you know how much men like the Roman Empire. So you can imagine my excitement when I came across the channel, The Chinese Historian. I am genuinely so excited to learn more about the deep and complex history of ancient China.
You would rather be someone else's side chick rather than find you a man that will treat you like a queen and will respect you and will never cheat on you. And once again, ladies, I just want to show something, okay?
Women have become the perverts in modern day relationship.
The reason why so many of them, they have this Asian fetish.
The hole for the Asian woman is much smaller compared to Western women.
Women are more perverted than men in modern relationships.
Women are more perverted. Women are more perverted.
No, I'm serious.
The hole for the Asian woman is much smaller.
This isn't about Chinese history. So The Chinese Historian was a channel that was sent to me a little bit ago. But more recently, he started gaining traction with his video titled, "Interracial Dating Has Destroyed Asian Men. 8 inches, white male, Asian female, and black male, white female," which, combined with its title, is probably one of the wildest and most unhinged pieces of video content that I have ever seen online. And I watched 2 Girls, 1 Cup. I watched that. But this is the light side of the internet, people, and the light touches all. So let's give this guy the benefit of the doubt and hear this guy out.
Alright, what is up, guys? So in this video, we're going to talk about interracial dating. None of the things I'm about to say in this video is based on my personal opinion. I'm just telling you guys the 100% truth, you know, and this is what I've observed. I've been living in the West for nearly 20 years now. And first of all, first point I have to make is that nobody likes Asian guys, okay? That's just a biological fact. If you're born an Asian male, you're born to be cucked into this world.
Okay, guys, hold on. You might think at first glance that this is a wild statement, but I actually think I learned this in my 4th grade biology class. Yeah, I think I'm remembering now. Okay, class, welcome to Biology 101. Now, before you finish this class, there are 2 things that you'll be sure to remember. Number 1.
If you're Asian, you are biologically cooked. This is a 100% biological fact. In fact, if you're Asian, you can forget about dating altogether and just go become a monk.
Now that we got that out of the way, number 2. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Oh, you know what? I think I'll remember that one. So we're already off to a hot start. He first states that everything he's about to say is 100% fact, and then proceeds to give a completely personal and subjective opinion. This is going to be an ongoing pattern in this video, and that is indeed 100% fact.
Let's say you put together 100 young women between the ages of 18 to 25, and if you ask these young women to rate the other group of young men, the group of men that will come up with the highest scoring in terms of attractiveness will be white male, followed by black male, followed by a Hispanic, and the 2 groups that always ends up at the bottom, it's Asian male and Indian male.
Are we sure this is a list of attractiveness? Because this just looks like a list of lowest to highest rice consumption per capita. For real though, you cannot say something is 100% fact if you haven't even conducted the survey yourself, especially when that survey is testing a completely subjective trait like dating preferences and attractiveness. And I'm not trying to argue in bad faith here. I completely get and relate to the point that he's trying to make, but we'll get to that in a bit.
The number of Asian females entering interracial marriage is at a staggering 36% compared to 17% for Asian men. Even this number is skewed. I'll tell you why. Because in this category, they categorize Asian men and Indian men. They put them into the same category, which is false. Because the vast majority of the time, when the Indian person enters an interracial marriage, it's an Indian man and a Western woman. Let's say if you were able to exclude Indian man from this equation, the true numbers would be something like 50% of Asian women are entering interracial marriage, and for Asian men it's maybe 10%.
Okay, let's get our fact meter out. And do some fact checking. First, he claims that 36% of Asian women are intermarried, while 17% of Asian men are intermarried, which is already wrong because the graph that he's using as a source actually says 21%. Second, he claims that the data is skewed because the vast majority of Indians that are intermarried are Indian men marrying Western women, and his source for that is fuck all. I actually did find a source for South Asian intermarriage rates, and it seems that the distribution of men and women are pretty even. Like, basically completely even. So far, I'm seeing 0% facts here. And finally, third, he says that because of the hypothetical marriage statistics of South Asians that he made up, it skews the data that he made up for East Asians by an amount that he made up. Are you seeing the pattern that I'm seeing here?
Asian men get completely cut.
Despite everything we've just heard, I think the thing that's throwing me off most about this video is the weird fade in, fade out effect that he has for his transitions. It's almost as if someone is just turning off an off switch every time he makes an out-of-pocket comment.
One thing I want to bring up is that women are more perverted than men in modern relationships. No, I'm serious.
I would like to retract my previous statement.
Sometimes it's, just out of curiosity. Sometimes I see an interracial couple on campus. Sometimes we sit down, I see a white girl with a black guy on campus. I ask her, like, what made you interested in him? And listen, the answer almost 100% of the time is that it's all about this, okay? See this? It's all about the 8-inch big black.
You made that up. That's a made up story. I don't believe you. Yo, your boyfriend is black, right? Yeah, I met him in one of my classes. He's just so funny. Why are you with him? What? Why are you dating him? Excuse me? Why are you with a black man? I'm gonna go now. Why don't any perverts want to date me? Hey, if you're watching this, do you actually think that this is a real, normal human interaction? And, that is not an open-ended question. There is definitely a right answer to this.
I'm really not making this up. Women are extremely perverted today. This is around 5 inches and this is actually around 11 inches. And let's just take a moment, okay? I want to expand on this. For example, the topic of comes up, right? You ask these modern so-called liberal feminist women, say, oh, what's the typical, like, do you see? Their answer, it's never like this. It's always something like this.
Yeah, I honestly didn't really have anything to say here. I just kind of wanted to show you guys this part.
All of the women want the guy with the huge. I'm serious, man. I have seen this so many times. And if you don't believe me, you can just do a survey, especially go to American university campuses. Now go talk to the interracial couples, okay? The number one reason for so many white women that's dating black men on college campuses is because they have a huge.
Again, you say survey. Where is this survey? Is the survey with the bass? Is the survey on the mass? Is the survey up your ass? You can't just pull the word survey out of fucking nothing in order to justify you spreading harmful racial stereotypes that were initially created to emasculate Asians in the Western world. Plus, could you imagine if this is how medicine commercials worked? Ligma. 9 out of 10 doctors recommend it. Okay, but like, did you actually do a survey? Ligma. Doctors recommend. Okay, but like, did you actually talk to doctors? Ligma. Recommend. Okay, but like, do you actually? Ligma balls, dude. And look, I am really not trying to bash this guy personally. I think after watching a couple of his videos, he's had a tough home life and he's had a tough time adapting to the Western world after immigrating. And I completely empathize with him. But like, I know other people like that, and none of those situations made them a racist or a misogynist. It really seems like the entirety of this video is just him projecting his own insecurities onto external factors that he's either making up or he has no control over. When in reality, his dating life can absolutely be improved by working on things within his control. And that fact is evident by his own comment that he pinned. I have given up on trying after 12 years of being constantly rejected. Not even a first date and virgin at 31. I don't drink, smoke, gamble, no drugs, no video games, made 2 varsity running teams, but no girls ever want to talk to me. I honestly think a lot of this is great. Building healthy habits such as exercise and avoiding unhealthy habits such as drinking are great things to have in a partner, but they're not things that make someone desirable as a partner. There is nothing in here that shows he is interesting to a potential romantic partner. You know who else doesn't smoke, drink, gamble, play video games, and can also run? A robot. A running robot. Hello, thank you for coming on this date. My name is CT2502. I do not smoke. I do not drink. I do not play Clash of Clans. Okay. So like, What do you do for fun then? Does not compute. Okay, you know what? I don't really care. Just tell me when. There. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's not big enough for me, so I'm just gonna go. Bye.
Ladies, I want you to remember this. You say that, okay, there are no good men left, right? All the good men are taken. You say men are assholes, men are wife beaters, men are cheaters. That is really your problem. You all want the same guy. You all want the 6 feet, the 6 figures, the 6-pack, and the 6 inches, okay? You would rather be someone else's side chick rather than find you a man that will treat you like a queen and will respect you and will never cheat on you.
This whole segment is just oozing with the classic nice guy attitude. Yeah, women only want to be a side chick. They'll never choose a guy who'll respect them, treat them like a queen, and never cheat on them. Because they only want men who are 6 feet tall and make 6 figures. And don't call them perverts 6 times in a single video. And if we decide to give him the benefit of the doubt here, and I'm really starting to run out of benefits here, if the choice is between someone who is conventionally attractive and will treat them like shit, and someone who is not conventionally attractive and will still treat them like shit, why on earth would anyone decide to go with the unattractive option? Welcome back to the game show, Would You Rather? Contestant, your question is, would you rather A, fall out of a plane, or B, fall out of a plane but look really cool while doing it? I feel like those two are like the same exact ones. Do I have to answer? No, it's like part of the game, you have to choose. Okay, I guess I choose B so I look cool.
You know, black people. No.
The group of females, they always find the 1 or 2 guy in that group that's already in a relationship. Ladies, this kind of behavior is absolute cancer to our society because you're going up to a guy that's in a happy, committed, exclusive relationship and that you're trying to tear apart that relationship because, you know, let's just be honest, the vast majority of the cheating are done by the woman.
Whoa. That doesn't make sense. You're saying that women don't want to settle down and only go for men that are in relationships.
You would rather be someone else's side chick.
But also that the vast majority of cheaters are women. But how can a woman cheat if she's not in a relationship to begin with? And it's actually the men who's cheating in the relationships. This guy must be really good at running because I'm not keeping up with the logic here.
And once again, ladies, I just want to show something. Here's the thing, right? For the people who say, oh, I'm exaggerating. No, this is 100% real. Let's say, you know, you pull a random group of 100 women. At least 95 will choose the man that's 11 inches. Women have become the perverts in modern day relationships.
What? I was just packing for a camping trip. Tell everybody that you get your biology from without telling everybody you get your biology from. I'm really not trying to give you guys an anatomy lesson today, but I'm pretty sure a Trojan condom doesn't come with a 1-to-1 replica of a giant wooden horse.
A lot of Western men have told me that the reason why they like Asian women is that when they're in the bedroom, when they're thrusting, because the hole for the Asian woman is much smaller. Modern women love big dicks, okay? And modern men like women who have a tight cookie.
Please do not use the word cookie in that context, in that sequence of words ever again. You have forever ruined Kirkland chocolate chip cookies for me. And they basically have crack in them. And that's the end of the video. I mean, like, what can I say about it? Like I said earlier, it really does seem like this man is just projecting a lot of his internal insecurities about being Asian onto other people or other factors. That being said, I absolutely do not want to invalidate his experiences and struggles trying to date as an Asian man. I personally don't agree with a lot of his takes because I've had a fundamentally different experience dating than he has. But I'm also cognizant of the fact that I'm fundamentally a different person. And here's the thing. I'm really not trying to argue that Asian men don't potentially have a harder time in the dating market. In fact, I think historically that actually has been the case, and it's a result of the emasculation of Asian men perpetrated by Hollywood or media as a whole.
What is that? We don't know. Is it a worm?
In fact, I have been told multiple times to my face by people who said, I would never date an Asian person. And that hurts. It can have some deep psychological impacts on people. And it certainly did for me. But at the end of the day, so what? People are allowed to have preferences. It's no different than saying I only want to date blonde people. I only want to date people who wear black and red super suits. Or I literally only want to date Ryan Reynolds. Preferences are all valid. And making an 11-minute video bashing women because of, as we established earlier, made up reasons does nothing but make you and the rest of the Asian community look bad. And if the Chinese historian happens to be watching this, okay, no, seriously though, I can understand your pain. I can understand your pain because I used to share it. I used to be ashamed of being Asian, and I would let that shame get in the way of not just my dating life, but also just my day-to-day life. And it's something that I've spent years trying to work on and trying to embrace. And after doing the work, my dude, being Chinese is awesome. We have awesome food, we have great culture, we have strong community ties, and a unique and rich history to look back on. Sure, there will be some people who don't want to date you because you're Asian, but who wants to date someone like that anyways? There are plenty of people of all races who are willing to date you, so long as you stop playing the victim, you take accountability, and do the work to improve your own circumstances. That being said, while I do feel for you and empathize with you, I am still a straight shooter. And after watching this video one too many times, you've got 99 problems, but being Asian ain't one. God, that's so dumb. Anyways, thank you guys again so much for 100,000 subscribers. Next week, we'll get right back to having some good old-fashioned goofy fun, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.